Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do One Piece Chapter 701 review. That is 701. And this week's chapter of One Piece. Yeah. What is going on in Dressrosa? Yo. And the squad. I mean, look, man. When I heard about how Law have the teams divided, right? We have the team that's going to be watching the Sunny, which I believe consists of Brook, Nami, Momonosuke, I don't know why, Chopper, and it should have been Sanji, but Sanji was like, fuck that shit. We have the team that are going to deliver Caesar Clown to the location in Greenbit, Southern Shore. So actually, yeah, so Greenbit is like, it's an island that's right next to the actual main island, but there's like a big-ass bridge that goes there. And that team, I believe, is Robin, Usopp, Law, and I think that's it. I'm pretty sure, yeah. No, and Caesar Clown himself, obviously. Yeah, so that's that team. Robin, Usopp. That's crazy. Robin, Usopp. Because Usopp, he's not, I know Usopp's not down for that shit, but he's like, fuck that shit. Robin, Usopp, Law, and Caesar Clown himself, who's going to be delivered there. And then we have, I'm going to call that Team Strong Arm, right? This is going to be Team Strong Arm. And Team Strong Arm is like, just what the fuck? Like, it's, no. Team Powerhouse. There we go, yeah. Team Powerhouse. It's like, what the fuck? It's the Monster Trio. It's Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Franky, and freaking Kinemon. This is surprising because Franky is actually taking it upon himself not to watch the Sunny go. He's actually going out there like, yo, I want to destroy this fucking factory. I want to blow this shit up with fucking lasers. And that was actually, that was shocking. And yeah, if you're wondering, no summary. But, like, that was very surprising. It was like, yeah, like, Team Powerhouse. I'm like, what the fuck? The Monster Trio, Kinemon, who can cut all forms of fire. He can cut all forms of fire. And Franky. I like it. I like Team Powerhouse a lot. A lot. Not only that, but we see them enter Dressrosa. And before I talk about all like the Gecko stuff, we see their supposed disguises because they now know, like, they all know Luffy's face because Luffy was just on the morning papers. And it's like, what the fuck? They look like a bunch of old dudes. It's like they're wearing suits. They have like mustaches and beards and goatees, and they're all rocking sunglasses. It's like, what is this, man? What is this, Men in Black? Like, fuck, Men in Black, One Piece style. I like it. Like, it's very intriguing. And what shocks me is that Luffy, apparently, he seems to be, down with the plan. Like, for real this time. In a way, I mean, he's still somewhat attracting attention, but in a way, he is down with the plan. He's wearing the fucking costume. He's there. He's ready to go. He's ready to fly. I like it. I like it a lot. I do. I really do. I really do. Now, at the beginning, like, there was a few parts here and there that weren't really that important, aside from the fact that, like, Momonosuke, I mean, he's still going in and out of dragon mode. Yeah, like let's call it dragon mode. And right now, he can't consciously fly yet. I guess he can only fly underneath, like, stress or pressure. And he won't fly again. Luffy's assuming because Momonosuke may be afraid of heights, which would be pretty ironic. It really would be. But at the same time, Momonosuke had an image in his mind of like a hand coming at him. So I'm not too sure what that was exactly. I forget. But the thing here that's very important is that after Luffy and Momonosuke have like a scuffle, if you put it, and before all like the pervy shit that Momonosuke did, like when Nami was like behind him, he was like, "Oh, Nami," and like went and he dove like right into her chest. And of course, Sanji, Brook, and Kinemon, they're like, yo, get the fuck back. The thing here that's very key is, number one, Law gives Nami a Vivo card to Zao. And this is where, of course, Kinemon, like, that's the actual goal of Kinemon and the other samurai. Once they save Kanjuro or Kanjiro, whatever his name is. That's number one. And number two is that this is the location, of course, this is the location of Law's crew. Beppo is chilling here. Beppo. But that's the first thing. And the second thing is that Momonosuke, he says, oh, well, because like after Luffy says, I'm gonna become Pirate King, man. And then Momonosuke says, he says, he laughs, and then he says, well, I'll become the Shogun of the Wano Kuni. So Wano Kuni, they have, so clearly Wano Kuni is it's a very Japanese-oriented place, obviously. I mean, there's a Shogun, and there's a Shogunate, obviously. And this Shogun, he could be a top-tier samurai. He could be, top-tier samurai, and maybe a top-tier character, period. And it makes you question, like, it makes you really sit back and question, like, did Mihawk beat all these motherfuckers in order to become, like, the best samurai? Or the best swordsman? Like, did he beat all these guys? Because the way it makes it seem is, like, there's so many, like, powerful-ass swordsmen, Like Shanks, Shiryu, apparently the Shogun guy. It's like, how strong is Mihawk? If he's better than all these dudes? Well, he's not better. And I mean specifically in the art of swordsmanship. I don't mean as in, like, power-wise, okay? Power-wise, Shanks is stronger. It's fucking Shanks, right? His hockey leaks out and he's damaging ships. Yeah, I'm just saying. But, like, you get my point. So, very intriguing. It really is. Now, on to Dressrosa. So, all that stuff, I'm going to give it a good. I liked it. I really did. I liked it. Power Team, the actual groups and where they're going to. The fact that Sanji's not actually protecting Nami now. It's like, yo, Brook, Chopper, and fucking Nami by themselves? Protecting the ship? With Kinemon? I mean, with Momonosuke? Yeah. It's not gonna be, it's not really a solid defense. Cause Sanji's like, you know what? I smell some good shit. And this is what the good shit is. They walk into the actual gates. And there's like a breakdown of Dressrosa and what's it all about. Apparently it has really good cuisine. Apparently the flowers, they have a really pungent smell. They smell very nice. And like there's other things here and there that aren't really that important. But what is important, of course, well, first of all, for Sanji, like, he sees the women. He's like, yeah, women. But apparently, there's animated, living, breathing toys and puppets. Now, that's fucking weird. And that's very fucking weird. And they're living alongside with the humans, normally, in this port city of Dressrosa. And that's a weird fucking port city, man. That's a weird ass port city. Like, dead ass. Like, that's a, no. Like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I just don't. I just fucking don't. It was like the toys are, I mean, it has to be like a devil fruit. There's no way that animated living toys and puppets can be walking around. Yo, actually, fuck, maybe it can be. Maybe, because I remember hearing about an article or an interview with Ichiro Oda about a new race. Apparently, this new race, it appears that the new race are like living, breathing dolls and puppets and toys. Like on some Toy Story shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't get it. It was like the first thing they see when they walk in there. There's this doll dude. His arm got bit off by a dog. He's like, Mario, come back. And it's like, what the fuck is that? And it's like, yo. There's some puppet soldier walks up to him. He's like, I've seen your face before. Oh, yeah. In the morning paper that he just hunches over because his freaking strings would all slank like doink. It's like what the all I can say is Oda. I mean, that's all I can fucking say. It's Ichiro Oda. That's all I can fucking say. There's some crazy ass Toon shit going on right now. It's just like, yo, like Miles will bring in Bugs Bunny now. It's like, fuck it. Like we're at that stage at this point. So that I'll give a good too, because it's like we're getting, I believe this is the new race that's being introduced, and they are living, breathing animated toys, puppets, dolls, and etc. And also we're getting the layout of Dressrosa in a brief summary from the chapter itself. The flowers, the women, the food, good. And Sanji, he was attracted by, of course, the food and the women. So he's like, yeah, you know, now we can go do our own shit. I'm coming in, right? Team Powerhouse. Now, but that wasn't like the fucking, that wasn't the thing that was like, whoa, like that was a big whoa, but the big whoa factor was at the end of the chapter where they go inside of this restaurant, of course, eating food. I mean, like, there was some talk about fairies. I mean, I didn't really care that much. Why? Because, you know, fairies equals, you know, fairy tale. Fuck that shit. I mean, it was some weird shit. It was like, do fairies exist or not? And, like, that's the entire concept of that's the entire concept of, like, the fairy tale series. And it's like, it's no. Or at least their guild name. So, whatever. Oh, no. Well, do fairies have tails? What? Fuck it. Whatever. That's a whole other thing right there, all right? But beside the point. There's this blind motherfucker, alright? There's this blind dude. And he's playing, he's gambling with these people that are associated with the Quixote family. And off the gate, it was, you know, you can clearly see that the people have admiration for the Quixotes. Because there's like a lady sitting down watching this whole entire thing go down. Like on a very small panel in the corner. And then she was saying, you know, these guys are sullying the Quixote name. They're degrading it. They're ruining it. And then what happened was that, like, this blind guy, he's still gambling. He believes that these guys are telling him the truth when they're not. And then they go all or nothing. The blind guy clearly wins. But the head dude of this group, he's like, oh, it's black. But then Luffy, of course, steps in and is like, no. With his disguise on. He's like, no. It's white. And of course, these guys get pissed off. The blind guy thanks him. Then Luffy says something here that's very important. And then it's reinforced later on in the actual chapter. In fact, it's reinforced in the actual next page. Luffy says, old man, you look strong. So right there, like, you can see his observation haki, like, that kicked in. Like, he knew this guy was powerful. He knew that. Then these dudes come at Luffy. Luffy's chilling, still eating the food, not even phased. This guy draws like a short sword or a dagger. And then all of a sudden, these dudes hit the ground. Then a freaking big-ass, massive, deep hole just opens up. And then these guys just fall in. And they're gone. And then this guy just standing there badass. And that's the chapter. That's where it ends, right there. Where this dude just, like, he just killed these guys. Yeah, hole out of nowhere, like, hole crushed, and then they fell through. Now this can't be some gravity shit, because that Blackbeard has that shit on lock already. He does. So this is something else. This is something like a whole hole of fruit. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But in one of the translations, I remember reading the earlier translation. I mean, of course, this wasn't on Manga Stream. Like, this was on like Manga here, Manga Panda. And I believe they said something along the lines of, like, opening, like, the gates of hell. Which sounded like mega hacks. But I don't think that's it. I don't think so. So, but we don't know. We have no idea what it is just yet. Like, but we'll see once we get to know who this old man is. This blind old man. Well, I mean, no, he's not that old. He's like 50, 60, somewhere around there. Yeah. I'm thinking, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking Fujitora. I'm just feeling Fujitora right now. I really am. The purple tiger, all right, or the Westera tiger, which is a color. I don't know, man. Like, that was some shit. Like, he just took out a fucking knife. I have no idea why he took out the knife. He took out the fucking knife. Just drew his thing. The knife glimmered, and like the fuck, like, there was just a hole, big ass hole, and like they got crushed through this hole. So I don't know. Fujitora, maybe. Like, can he warp on some Kuma shit? Like, yeah, I don't fucking know. But this old man, he has powers. He has powers, and powers equals I want to know what the fuck you can do. Big time. Big time. So that's the chapter right there. Once again, the chapter, the rating for this week's chapter of One Piece, I am gonna give a good. It was a good chapter. It was very intriguing. We have, of course, progression-wise, obviously. Progression-wise, One Piece is actually very good when it comes to in-arc progression. There's a difference between overall story progression and in-arc progression. And so it was good progression. Character development, not there at all, but being introduced to this new character, like this old man, having the layout of Dressrosa, and the introduction of apparently a new species, like these animated living toys. So the rating for this chapter, I'll give overall, yeah, good chapter One Piece. So King of Lightning, be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'm signing out. Peace! Have a nice day. Dun dun da da dun.